Hey everybody, my name is Justin Van Meigen and I have multiple companies that do over 8 figures in sales, and today I'm going to be going over the best way for you to get your company to its first $1 million or 7 figures in sales and just keep going up from there. So I'm going to teach you how to sell your products if you're struggling with that, because when you start a business, it's very easy to get bogged down in day-to-day activities that aren't high impact on your business. And ultimately, if you don't have the revenue coming in, you're not going to be in business for very long. So you have to make sales the number one focus. It's more important than making the perfect product, more important than making sure every single customer is happy. You have to make sales to keep yourself in business. Biggest mistake that I see a lot of new entrepreneurs make is they try to either have a perfect product and they're sitting there refining. No one ends up buying it. So what does that mean? They're not in business anymore. Or they are stuck organizing and creating all this structure. They're just doing busy work like it doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters. You have to make sales your number one priority above all. I've made this mistake many times and I catch myself making it consistently. So make sure the majority of your activities every single day are sales focused. The exception to that, I guess, is if you're first developing the product that you're trying to sell. Right now, I'm in a position in one of my new businesses where I've spent about 16 months developing a product and it's ready to sell. It's not perfect. It's way better than everything else that's out there, but I took the time to do it, and because of that, it sells itself. So make sure that you do take the time to develop a product that you can either beat everybody's price on or make it better than everybody else. And if you can do both, then you're great. You're golden. Sometimes when you're starting out, the best way to beat other competitors is simply to offer the cheaper product to get people in. You can always increase your prices down the line and other things, and I'll get into that in a second here. Ideally, you want to try to find products that other people can sell for you. For instance, this company that I'm starting now, we sell courses that are approved by states' departments of insurance to help people get their insurance licenses. So you know how to become a realtor or an insurance agent, you need to pass an exam and you have to get a license. I developed the courses for people to take to pass their insurance exams. Now, the great thing about this business structure and the reason why I pursued this is because, one, it's software. So once the course is developed, that's it. You don't have to keep doing it again and again and again. You can make new products, but that initial course, you're good. Don't have to keep making new things, and it's pretty refined to begin with. The profit on those types of products is really high because there's no inventory volume, right? It's just creating a user and an account, and that's it, and someone logs in. You might not be in a business model like that, but if you're trying to start a business of your own, you don't really have storage for inventory and products and stuff like that, you can try to get into an industry or a niche to create a product like what I'm talking about. If you are already in a career, or if you've been working your butt off somewhere, you probably are already exposed to some products that are easy to develop and easy to create that you know could help improve the rest of the industry. And it's usually not that hard to figure out how to develop it. Where do you find your customers? You have to figure out the best medium that your customers are going to be in. Are they inside a coffee shop? Are they at a garage? Are they at a shopping mall that don't really exist anymore? Where are they online? They're probably online somewhere, right? You need to find out where they are. I found that my customers are online or they are building insurance agencies, because with this product, this is the type of product where I can have other people sell it for me. So I'm not going to advertise as much to people to become an insurance agent. I'm going to find the people who already own insurance agencies that are recruiting a lot of people to work for them. Say, hey, use my course. I don't know where your customers are. You have to do some research on that. Now, what this is my optimum selling strategy. This is the selling strategy that's going to get me the most bang for my buck and help me grow the fastest and the most profitably. At least what I think it is right now. You have to find your optimum selling strategy. Say you want to sell hair supplies. Say you're making like a new shampoo, like, the organic shampoo or whatever it is, right? Would you want to sell that to your friends and family and advertise online for people to sell shampoo? Or would you go to a salon, go to all the salons in town and barbershops, say, yo, sell my shampoo and I'll give you a cut of it. At first, my personal opinion is that you want to make enough money to stay in business, but you want to grow fast enough so that your products get out there so everybody knows who they are. You want people to start using them and understand the quality. And I've seen this time and time again. Companies that start cheap and then they increase their prices over time. They broke into the marketplace and they increase their price. There are clothing companies out there that do it. All types of companies will utilize influencers like that to get through the marketplace. You need to figure out where your ideal customers are. Do you advertise to them with paid advertising? Do you create social media channels to help grow that organically and attract them organically? Do you find other people to sell your products, kind of like what I'm doing with the course? And don't have too many products. People fall into this trap too when they're starting, where they have like way too many products to sell. You want to find like the one thing that you're going to sell them and go from there. Because if you're trying to create too many products, you're going to get bogged down in the product development. Now, product development is very, very important. You need to have multiple products over time. But with your optimum selling strategy, you can sell one thing to a single group of people and then rock with that, because it's probably just going to be you doing most of the selling. Hate to break it to you, new entrepreneurs out there, you will do most of the selling in the start of your company. Wow, this water's coming up pretty hot. You're going to do most of the selling when you start your company. No way around it, because you have to create the selling strategies and develop the systems. Maybe you're at a point where you have enough money to invest in salespeople to push the products for you, or you can pay somebody to teach you how to do it who's already done it. I strongly encourage that as well. Investing in a mentor and a coach and a leader who can help you stay on track. Once you have the product, you have to figure out where your customers are. And then you have to figure out how you're going to present it to them. What are you going to offer to them about your product that separates it from the marketplace? By the way, all this information I'm getting, most of it's from a book called Ready, Fire, Aim. It's really, really good. Ready, Fire, Aim. Like super, super good book. After you find where your clients are, you have to figure out how you're going to sell it to them. What makes your product better? What problem does it solve for them? Or if you're having someone resell your product, what problem does it solve for their customers, or both? For this course, I realized, hey, people recruiting insurance agents spend a lot of freaking money recruiting. Like I'm talking like tens of thousands of dollars a month. There's probably people with annual $1 million recruiting budgets, and they're always at conventions and conferences and speaking and doing whatever. They're super hustlers. So I'm like, okay, that's their problem. How do I solve a problem for them? Well, one, that costs a lot of money. Let me cut them in on the revenue, especially people who do massive volume of sales. If they're not making any money on the course and they're signing up 1,000 people a month and I split the money with them, who cares? It's free money for me. I'm not doing any more work. They're doing all the work and they're getting hooked up too. Another problem is, hey, they weren't getting people through the courses fast enough and not enough people were passing. And that's part of product refinement. The money part's easy. Making products that are better, you're never going to create the perfect product the first time around either. So you're going to want to make it, go sell it. Customer feedback is great. Customer service is really important. You can hire someone for customer service on onlinejobs.ph from the Philippines. They work super hard. You can get a great rate for people like that. Typically, they show up every day and don't make excuses. So customer service is important. You take that customer feedback, you take the reports, you read the data, and then you can have someone else refine the product. How do you do that? Well, you figure out what the problem is, start it, make a video showing how to create it or how to do it, what you need to do for refinement, get your employee that you're going to show how to do it, get them to start the task with you there. Once they understand and can duplicate what you're trying to communicate for them to change, and then you can have them do the rest, and then at the end, before the implementation, you check it out, and that way you can have someone else handle it while you're still selling. Solving a problem for the reseller maybe, but also solving a problem for the client. So I know for the courses that were out there before my course, very complicated in wording, not many videos, not too engaging. Like it's like reading a law book. It's like, ugh, it's like brutal. So how can we make this exciting? How can we make it easy to follow? How can we provide a course that keeps people engaged all the way through so that they're excited about this industry? So solving their problem too. Once you have the product that you're going to sell, where your clients are, how you're going to sell it, you have to figure out, hey, how are you going to convince people to buy this? Why are people going to buy your product? Which for me, it's, hey, we have a better product, you're going to get cut down on the price. So you need to figure that out for yourself. The most important thing, guys, is just going out there and doing it, because you're going to fail forward. You're going to fail up. I'm going to have customer service issues. I know that. I'm going to have dissatisfied customers and clients. I'm going to have problems I run into. Everybody has problems. You can't keep everybody happy. You can't. The people who make the most money don't have the best products. They just sell the most. What are you going to sell it for? You have to figure out what your profit margins are. What's the minimum price you can sell it and break even, essentially? I wouldn't even discourage people from breaking even on a product for a little bit. You want to make a profit? Yeah. But if it's a difference between not acquiring a customer to take over the marketplace and making no money, I'd rather make no money. If I can lose $1 million the first year so that everyone buys my stuff and then increase the price later, think about that, guys. You can always increase the price later. You sell the product to everybody, crush the marketplace, find where your customers are, just absolutely destroy, cheaper, better, everything. Then once everybody's already buying your product, you take all the customer feedback, you enhance it, you refine it, you chisel it down to that perfect Michelangelo statue of a product, and then you increase your price once everybody's already using it. And if you can do some sort of subscription-based thing, that's even better. Look for ways to have recurring revenue as well. How can you get people signed up for subscriptions for stuff? This is huge too. Service fees or different fees that you can add in. So you can bill someone cheaper on the front end and then have them pay more on the back end. Everybody's product's different. You can try to think of ways to do this, but anytime there's some sort of service or request from your company, there can be a service fee in there. You want to see, hey, what can I sell it for? And then what's the lifetime value of this customer going to be? If someone buys the product from you and likes it up front, they may come back to you over and over and over again as a repeat customer. I hope this helps you guys learn how to develop your product and really most importantly, how to sell it. Once you have the product, who are you going to sell it to? Where are they? What's most important to them? What's going to be your selling point? And then how are you going to convince them to buy it? And you have to be super persistent as well. Don't give up. If you really give it your all, develop something else. But I hope this helps you guys make a bunch of money. Thank you.